to play an operator at all. We've only seen a couple of times where Mitch has been the one to pick up that operator. So that would have to happen again with him on the Sentinel. First couple of shots from Pens and Sick are going to be great for first 2 kills. Data also tagged down low. Zoms will convert first 3 kills, favoring Sentinels. Really solid hold once more, this time over a day.
We can go over towards C because you see how far Mitch is in. He might get a time with the depth, has been spotted. Don't know if he can win this duel. C is still open though at this stage. Floppy nose garage is clean. They got to make their way onto the C site itself. Mitch is just trying to delay Floppy on 44 HP and he's got a little bit of time to plant. 2 versus 5 though. They need to find these frags.
It comes down to, can Mitch find the first kill? You have a long flank coming through pretty darn quickly. Mitch does find one, but it's immediately traded. Now it's down to Floppy. He gets revealed. Shazam able to follow up with the easy double. And of course, the defuse, no problem. Sentinels stay perfect through pistols so far. How about that? 3-0.
Play one spectre inside of Cloud9, allow them for the possibility of winning this clutch, or winning this thrifty rather. They'll get that down to 1v1 right towards the end. Now 1-on-1 apiece. Pistols online for Sentinels, straight into Garage. And Leaf will open things up.
Oh, what a leer that is. As soon as the hot hands had dissipated, Cloud9 on the approach. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Next player up is Tens. Gets taken down by points cleanly with a headshot. That'll lead towards Cloud9 getting a free plant here on C. And a conversation about how do you want to try to set up a 2v4 retake in the mix here for Sentinels on just pistol upgrades. Aldrone saved and will clear out the defensive entrance into C itself. Dom's gonna find the kill, but it's before, or pardon me, after that Shazam falls. So now it is just down to Zoms. Finds another, but Poise, who pushed through with the Aldrone, will find their 3rd kill in the round. That'll be the really first test to see how Cloud9 are going to want to respond to this operator once they know that it is in the field. You see that Sentinels are starting to rotate their defense around a touch. Sick is going to get a lot of damage off onto Leaf mid-map, but can't make good for elimination, so things stay 5v5. Opportunity may be starting to brew for Cloud9 to try to work their way into B. The Aldrone will scout to see if anyone is actually inside this site. It'll come away with no information whatsoever. Now the dark cover is also coming out to block the entryways. The spike is not a part of this play as of yet. Run it back will be toggled. So Sick trying to make a play maybe. And here comes his go call. He's going to work his way in, not see anything as Poise has eluded it completely. That will allow him a chance to play for Lurking Row, but the offense is making its way on over. Showstopper out. It will not find anything, though, as Sentinels take the first 2 eliminations. Hunter's Fury is also a part of this play. Mitch with the spike has never worked his way on yet, and as Poise eventually gets revealed on the flank, he gets dealt with, leaving things to Floppy and Mitch. This would be a 2v4, now down to a 2v3.
Smoke comes on just in time to block out Tens' LOS there. The Dapper holds on for a long time. There it is. He was dashing in. Classic at the ready, and that's Tens, baby. 2 rounds now for Sentinels, and it comes down to Dapper.
So how much do you credit Zeta, and how much do you credit the ultimate orb placement? Taking things a little
bit. A, but a column B.
That's exactly right. So this all of a sudden turns the economical advantage around, and Leaf will carry this operator into battle. Cloud9 working their way largely into C. Leers are through. Poise also committing into the Empress. The gravity well slows things down. And Leaf, he actually dives right in, but the shots are not great. He's gonna get the slice and dice in. Floppy's able to find 2 behind it. Oh boy, a little bit of comical relief, but Sentinels are able to respond in part. And how about that from Shazam? Does take down Mitch through the Radianite box. That'll be the spike on the ground. The Poise still in the Empress, able to respond. Zom's up close though. Has anyone read that he's already on the site? They know where the spike is. So as soon as he hears a sound cue, maybe there's a chance for him to get a timing on a peek and turn this into a 1v1. There's the first cue coming through. Finds the shots, gets the headshot, but it's Poise still in Empress mode, finding the final kill, and Cloud9 take their 2nd round in a row.
Now nobody's hands dropped entirely. 1 HP knife kill from Leaf will be one of the highlights of this map so far. Shock Dust clearing out a garage, but otherwise there's a lot of players in there, so it's not really cleared out, despite kind of forcing Sick back.
Oh, though, they do expect that there's a player close in the corner. Curveball will come through. Sick will use that for a double of his own. And Sentinels will come out the victors of the early engagement. 4v3 early, and the neural theft also spent from Dapper.
Tens gets reminded that the Bucky did get nerfed, but other than that, Sentinels will still get the favorable trade of the 1-2. Now shifting over towards the B side, A side of things, rather it's going to come down to Zom. Shazam's arrived as well. Zom swinging for the 1. Shazam, though, waiting for the reinforcements.
Mitch does still have the spike. Wants to still get this plant off. Hunter's Fury will come out to deny. Sick up top. looking for some clearance. Does not see anything on the backside of the site, and oh, the third dart out of the Hunter's Fury nearly connects onto Mitch. That would have put him on critical HP. Spike goes down. Sick waiting. The rest of the retake will have to be either dropping out of heaven or coming from behind. Shazam finds the first. Mitch trying to respond. Deals with the run it back. Looking for one more in the corner, but it's Shazam the double up. And set.
Try B with pistols. Take the range of the weapons down quite low. Sentinels are thinking the exact same thing, and they're already there. Dapper's behind Gonk. He gets to peek out, and C9 are not at all ready for that.
First is going to be popped. Going to get aggressive. Also the showstopper out for Leaf. They're clearing out the B site at the moment, but will Leaf find an opportunity to do anything with this? It's not going to find any eliminations. You're saying that the play is coming around to A, but the spike is actually being planted right on top of B. So the A control through the site in favor of Cloud9 Blue, but they're not able to find the eliminations. Zoms is going to take down the Empress of Poise. Leaf up top trying to change the angle. Nobody expected that, so we go to a 4v3 favoring Cloud9. Sentinels need to clear this player out, and they do so pretty darn quickly. So now it's just down to the retake. Tens from one side. Dapper and Sick were trying to play the other. Floppy in the back, waiting to see anything out of Tens. Dark cover still keeping him safe. Zeta gonna check, but gets caught. But Floppy's still able to get the trade. 1v2 situation for Dapper. Not a lot of time to play for with the defuse, and it's not going to be possible. Just looking for eliminations at this point. Won't even grab any of those. Cloud9 Blue make it a one-round half.
A bit of a swing. He could have just played Heaven, and whether he dies or not, just really slows down the retake from Sentinels. It's slow enough that it just doesn't happen, but here we go. Straight into the next round. Zoms tries to get aggressive, and now finally Cloud9 are punishing some of these early picks, and they will have the player advantage 5v4.
Yeah, Sick was also trying to play a bit aggressive as tag down low, but Tens with the operator. Now onto the knives, finds himself a second. Floppy will keep the numbers even as he is able to find a trade away. So a 3v3 situation, but Tens on these knives, you feel like they potentially be the key. A couple of them will miss though, and Leaf will punish. So now a 3v2, Shazam and Sick on absolutely critical HP. Sick will return back after the run it back to 100 health, but the spike over towards the C site means that this is going to be one heck of a rotation, and Shazam, is he going to expect a player deep in the defensive spawn? Might not even matter because both players are rotating through the B connecting link.
Contact.
Mitch about to see one. Oh, or does he? Just sees his shoulder. So now Floppy can turn his attention, but he's on 62 health. Sentinels are going to try to overwhelm this. Here comes the double peek. Floppy finds the first and able to grab the second. 4 in the round for Floppy. And we exit the first half at a deadlock tie at 6.
Just tanking the bullets up. He had the armor, so as long as Sick doesn't go down, I mean, even Sick going down, there's actually not the worst because it helps him get more ultimate charges, so it's a little bit neither here or there. But 4 pistols in a row, and is Cloud9 going to be able to get another round 2 here? That would be very important, again, to slow down any of this economic snowball from Sentinels, which is what they've been able to do at least twice in a row and split. Couldn't quite get it done the first half of Haven, and in my opinion, that's part of what made it much more competitive. That's part of what got Cloud9 back in.
Similar look for Sentinels as far as the numbers heading over towards A. This time defensively, no one will actually be on the site for Cloud9 Blue. A lot of members still stacked in the middle of the map. And as they start to work their way over, the recon bolt will allow Sentinels to get on and likely get this spike planted sooner rather than later. No full flanks at all from Cloud9, so this retake will have to be from the front. Paint shells were used to try to keep default plant site safe, but it's actually Sick who plays it towards the back. The shock dart's also a touch late. But now here comes the attempt. Gravity well gonna soak up a lot of these Cloud9 players, and oh, it's an absolute slaughter. Put into a blender. Zeta, good luck. Not going to do anything. Flawless execute from Sentinels.
3 headshots. So, I mean, this is Sentinels heads up, just able to find and identify where Cloud9 are going to be able to come through from, knowing that, yeah, they're going to aggressively walk on through. Dapper's still around, by the way. It is 3v4, but Dapper could find a timing. Ken's already got Zeta down. And there it is, Dapper on the back end. They've cleaned them up just out of Floppy, 29 HP. And he has to do something this round. I mean, you can't afford to give this one away. It will be 11 for Sentinels, and Floppy has to do it all.
So many things were asked of the defense over towards C. You thought for a second that Mitch was going to get just enough help to hold, but Tens blows everything up with the double on the entrance. Trapwire denied, but Floppy revealing his position. He's actually just going to play for a save. This is so heartbreaking. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity in front of them. I mean, you're on 29 HP in a 1v3. the chances if you win this round are already pretty abysmal, but saving and putting yourself onto a 6-11 where your teammates are largely going to be on maybe some pistol upgrades, maybe an SMG if they can afford it at best, does not paint a very pretty picture.
They got to let him have the gun as well. I thought maybe Sick was going to go for it. He's got the most HP, the highest chance of getting it with the flash as well. They got the money to play through. Like, yeah, even if Sentinels die here, they'll be fine. They have plenty of cash. And Floppy and C9B will be... Now we head into this round where a massive stack from Sentinels just push him through the cage.
Yeah, they're just moving aggressively, trying to keep the pressure on Cloud9 Blue, but this is all just a fake. It's going to force members for Cloud9 Blue in the middle of the map to consider rotating, but as the execute gets stalled, now they're going to make their play through grass and maybe onto the flank. It's Dapper who's going to be responsible for watching this on your minimap off screen just a touch, and Cloud9 Blue are going to commit to playing this from behind. So pressure on the backside of this play. Shazam alleviates by finding the first blood. Floppy responds. That's the spike carrier also down. We're going to go 4v4. Floppy still holding his ground. Dapper, the next one to challenge, gets tested by Poise, but is equal to the task. And now Tens moves forward, finds the second elimination, and Sentinels will have a numbers advantage in the 3v2. But Zeta does keep things level with that trade through mid-window.
Mitch needs a gun. He can't get one. Mitch will be up now. One tap, one kill here would be beautiful. That trap wide might give him the advantage. It does not allow him to get the tap, though. So now it is just Zeta. Hunter's Fury hasn't been used yet. That would have been good. I mean, the Hunter's Fury would have prevented the plant, or at least slowed things down. Zeta could have been pushed, though, so it's maybe a good idea not to do it. 5 HP, finds a headshot onto Zombs. Can it be possible? No. Shazam will lock it down.
I'll be tempered in some way. It's going to be really difficult to try to find a read here of how Cloud9 take this. They need to get a first blood. That has to happen.
Now I think Zeta holding onto the Hunter's Fury is probably the right call. He didn't want to get pushed by Shazam. It would have killed him. Also, having ultimates available for this very important round is definitely the play. Tens nearly got the first blood again. Will take down the Boombot. Has been spotted. A couple of players really trying to take him down. Tens slides a dash, though, so he's fine.
I was going to have to use it. Updraft, just trying to stay away from the paint shell Semtex. Tag down to below 50 health, but Sick has made his way forward, and nobody expected this play whatsoever. Completely concealed the entire way. Now they'll run it back in combination. The Recon Bolt not going to find any eliminations. Zeta on the flank from Jiraj, able to find one. Give him a second. Looking for the third, but it goes pinstripe into the kill feed. We've got ourselves a now 2v2 as Mitch holds on to one more. But everything turns on to Floppy. 1v2 to keep Cloud9 Blue alive. And Shazam with the spike is going to rotate over to plant over at C. Floppy maybe going to be tested, and he will. So the first one down, 1v1 with Shazam. Shots decent, but not good enough. Shazam clutches things up for set.